Welcome back to another one, the extra bullish hour. We're back on the original template here. What's up, everybody? We got Berserker, Uncle Buster, and Fuma Boys in the building. What's up, guys? Shit. You guys hear the background music? Okay. We got Blockchain 663 in the building. Chris Has Issues is here. We got Edward, Mr. Beer Hands in the building. Uncle Buster's here. Yo. Island Ghost. Yo. SoFlow Digital. What's up, fam? We got that girl in the building. What's up, that girl? No audio.
Well, there we go.
Hey, there we go.
Is the echo back?
No. Get some tunes though.
Yeah.
I was literally rocking out.
Yeah. Echo's back.
Echo's back, but we could deal with the echo if they could hear us.
GDLT says no echo.
Yeah. Yeah.
They can hear you guys.
I was about,
Okay, let's just roll with it.
Let's go.
Let me just double check on the phone real quick.
I was getting ready to start rapping when you dropped this beat, bro. I just be like,
You can hear the background. You can hear the music now.
Yeah.
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 Jeremy Johnson says loud and clear, not like the SEC. Oh my gosh. Write that down. Write that down.
Loud and clear now.
Gary's coming for you. 3. I'm sorry.
Looks like we're Gooch now. What's up, guys?
What's up,
Yeah,
pimp?
you know how we got dodging this Gary bullet.
Yeah, I just got the interface back, so I don't know. I just plugged it back in. I thought it would have the same settings, but guess not.
You know, somebody was up in the lab looking at your stuff like, yo, this is bag, man. Let me mess with it a little bit. I think I could tune it up for him. You know?
We Gucci here. We Gucci here. Love, live, heal. Shout out. Good morning, everyone. Happy extra bullish hour. We're all echoing to each other, so we might seem like we stumble over our words, but we're still going to run it. Let's go. How we doing, guys? Good morning.
Good. How's the background music?
Shout out,
That's
Soldier.
cool.
Not too loud.
Zerk, you just dropped the butt like
Shout out, Soldier. We see you with the 2.
like your song.
But.
Yeah. What
But
song?
I'm a
Safe
beat
Moon
ghost.
Money. Yeah. Yeah, that was a good flow you did, man.
Man,
Well,
dude,
Zerk got
it's
some
fun,
bars.
man, because it comes out of nowhere. It comes at the organic, comes out of nowhere, man. When you write a little lyric, yeah. But yeah, we got the ordinals, bro. You hear about that, Bagman? The ordinals, Bitcoin ordinals. Yeah, ordinals are like an NFT, and they might. Crypto Eddie talked about it this morning, bro. Shout out to Crypto Eddie. But they might end up changing the status of Bitcoin over to a security. So if you watch Crypto Eddie stuff this morning, guys, it talks about like Bitcoin ordinals, which are like NFTs. The best thing I can explain it is that they're like NFTs, and they might legally like screw up the whole status of Bitcoin. So that might be the tipping point of Bitcoin as well. So we got ETHgate, obvious. That's the obvious thing. And then we've also got the ordinals for Bitcoin. So look that up.
We got the Ripple Labs too. I don't know if you guys heard. They're trying to buy back 10 billion from XRP circulating supply.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some people were saying that shit might be like a scam website. That
Yeah,
was,
they're saying until they hear it from Ripple, I wouldn't believe it. Is what they're saying.
Moral of the story: don't give your money or your bags away nowhere.
Well, hasn't there been like large amounts transacted like several times over the years? Like they've been buying that shit, swapping it back and forth, selling it back, buying it back, selling it here, moving it there. Like they've been doing all kinds of wacky shit, over the years. But what they say, 10 billion? 10 billion?
Yep, 10 billion.
Dollars worth or ZERPs?
Coin.
ZERPs.
ZERPs. So that's
Or
what?
ZERP.
Yeah, one. That's 10%.
5 billion bucks. 5 billion.
5 billion
10%.
hopping across the rails, left and right, baby, left and right.
It's 10%. That's a big ass amount.
Government.
Yeah, that's a big 10 billion XRP. That's
10
a big
billion.
ass amount. Yeah, so
Smash
but
that
if-
like
if
button.
That is throw an elbow.
Drop an elbow.
Jump off the ropes. Jump off the ropes.
Is there even 10 billion available like in the circulating supply? That seems like a shit ton of coins, man.
Yeah, they'll have to
There's
get it
only-
from like all the exchanges
Straight up. Yeah.
at once, all of them.
You're gonna see a little bit of price action. As soon as that happens, you're gonna start seeing that price action. So the question is why the buyback? And the only reason why I say that is that I still got the tinfoil hat on about that one. Is the buyback because in the future you're gonna use this to pay dividends to your shareholders, or is it like Buster says that Joker has been pre-allocated? They just need it back to put it in the right places. What are y'all thoughts?
What do you think?
Man.
Buster?
I don't know. Maybe it creates. You take 10 billion off the market now, it's like more scarce. I have no idea what they plan on doing with it. But I think the allocation is the escrow. I think that's already allocated. I don't know what they plan on doing with 10 billion XRP.
Do you think that was the payoff? I think that, or they had to recall it because they got to pay somebody. They can't pay him cash. They be like, all right, we got your private wallet. We'll go ahead and distribute this out for you. Kiss the ring type situation.
I'm not sure. Whatever we're getting to, we're close, man. You can't make this
Yeah,
up.
I'm with you on that. Russia
I
went
think
into
we're
a
really
civil
close.
war. You're like, what?
What do you guys think about this comment from Darren?
Shout out Darren Moore. What's up? Brad will leave. David will. Ripple will succeed. New management merge with the old world. Control the money, control the people. A system of rewards and punishment. Follow the ESG rules. I have no idea what that stands for, but or get moved down the social, or get moved, I'm assuming he means, instead of R, get moved down the social credit score, less opportunity, less accessibility to loans. I don't think so. I mean, after all this fighting and all this loyalty and commitment, like I think it's just they're just going to be the new 1%. You know what I mean?
Well, I take
David Schwartz will be Jeff Bezos eventually.
Real quick, we got a super chat from Riot Guy. $5 super chat says, good morning, crew. Hope the coffee is smooth and aromatic and bullish.
Bullish.
Yes, sir.
Straight up.
What's up,
Right,
Ryan?
guys,
Bullish,
man.
bro.
What up,
Pretty
Right, guy?
bullish.
So
Coffee got me
my
sweating.
take on it is CEOs always leave. There are CEOs that get you to a point, and then they hand the rock over to somebody else, and then they run it. And if they mess it up, the board will get together and recall them. So it's inevitable that Brad will leave. It ain't going to be tomorrow. Probably won't be next week. But after this is taken off and done whatever, I do see him leaving or being on the board to work on some other projects. That's just naturally what happens with CEOs of corporations.
What'd you say? Put the battery in his back. Take the rock and run it. Yeah, bro.
But even with the
Gas is
loans,
up.
I mean, if I think loans are gonna get tougher. I think if we're on a legitimate system, a more fair system, loans are gonna have to get. We're gonna need some collateral. You ain't just gonna go out, put $2,000 down on a house for a $400,000 loan. I mean, that's ridiculous. That's why the system's fucked already. So loans are gonna have to get harder to get. Save up some money, put 20% down.
So you think they're gonna have to ditch the FHA stuff, first time homeowners? That 3%.
I mean, that's fine to have help, but I mean, they're handing out loans like candy, man, with like no money down. It's all, that's part of the reason why the system's failing.
Yeah, I tell you what, see what's crazy. Go look at what's the maximum amount they could give you for an FHA loan. I think I've spoken about this before. Man, go take a look at that. It's crazy. It's California numbers.
Was it a couple million? A million?
It's like $1 million.
Gerald said ESG ruined Bud Light.
Jay's rule.
I mean,
and Joe Katz confirmed it's a scam. The 10 billion buyback.
He says we do buy XRP sometimes, but I don't know anything specific that this could be referring to, and there's no official source mentioned. There you go.
I don't think exchanges are sitting on that much XRP, man. I don't think there's 10 billion available. I mean,
Well,
that's a
I
big
think
number,
that-
bro. That's 20% of the supply.
Well, the escrow I think is plenty, bro, for the banks. I think that 10 billion, like they don't need an extra fucking 10 billion. They're fine, bro. With the 50.
They already got like
with the
50
49 billion.
Bro, I'm gonna tell you
What's
something
that?
that happened to me the other day. Uphold must have been talking to the same people that have been messing with Buster. Me. Yo, I'll show you guys the emails off air. These jokers canceled my transactions for the week. You know how to do the automatic purchase. They canceled them. They're like, oh, we couldn't get the money out of the bank. We couldn't get the funds. I look at the bank account's fine. I'm like, that's cold. You know what I'm saying? So I literally just canceled them and restarted them up with some other stuff because I'm near my goal for XRP. But it's weird, man. Like, I don't know.
I'm gonna get the something going.
Wee
Man. I
Shen,
gotta get
shout out
another-
to Wee Shen. He goes, hi guys, Bagman is the commander, Berserker is the commentator, Uncle Buster is the teacher, Fuma is the joy.
Joker.
Wee Shen, man. Wee Shen, you be dropping good ass comments, bro. I appreciate you, man. Wee Shen's a good dude.
Hey man, a while back somebody threw down a comment. They said Ripple in the end is going to end up like a government entity. Wrap your head around that, bro. That's gnarly.
It is.
That's Nardog.
That's what I was saying about Garlinghouse. Even when he speaks, man, that's a powerful dude. Joe Blows don't know who the hell he is, but the world knows who Garlinghouse is, man.
Yeah, that's crazy, isn't it? Like regular people don't know him. He'll walk to the airport, but only a couple people will be stunned, like, "Oh crap!" You're like, a rapper walks by, everybody loses their shit, right? We're like, oh, "Fuck that!" I'm like, "Oh, excuse me."
Do you see that? Do you know who that is?
You know what I'm saying? He's like, "Oh Lord!" Stroke out, shivering and shaking.
Yo, G's
Shout
trying
out
to
to
jump
G.
in.
Yeah,
let's get
GDLT,
him a
shout
link,
out, bro.
man. Let's get G in here.
Pop through.
GDLT.
See if I can send him the link real
He's a
quick.
smart guy. It's coming, G.
When you're replacing Swift, you are a government entity. Yeah,
Well,
guys,
look
go
what
to
the IMF
GDLT on YouTube. Hit subscribe. Thanks for coming in, everyone.
Yeah, I came in
Look what
on his
IMF
live
said
stream
about-
the other day, man. But you feel it.
So I was talking to a friend of mine, and I haven't talked to this guy like how we were speaking the other day in years. Matter of fact, the last time me and him were really, really tight was when I was in college. He was actually my Air Force instructor, but we were such a close age that we just hung out all the time, right? So me and him were talking, and we got talking about XRP. I didn't know he was an XRP guy until I put a Facebook thing out, and he just he called me like, I didn't know you were into this. But we were having this conversation the other day, man. I'm like, dude, you ever just feel you don't have enough? He was like, yo, every day. And I was like, do you ever just feel like you got the winning lottery ticket and you just sitting here, or you know it's gonna explode, you just sit here like at your job hating it? And he was like, just stop, no more talk about this. I've had the same conversation with another friend of his. He was like, I keep telling everybody we got the winning lottery numbers, and that's it. He said either, and I had to laugh because he said it's just like Buster. He said either we're hella right or we're hella wrong. Ain't no in between this one. So, I'm like, we hella right on this one, guys. I'm sorry.
Yeah, this is
Yeah, I
most
think that's
definitely
why,
the next .com.
That's why I had to meet, you know, more like-minded people, because I'd say before I got Berserker in, because Berserker sort of connected all this, you know. But before Berserker was in, I was on the island by myself, bro. I was in deep. There ain't no one I could talk to for, you know, rub my ego a little bit. Hell no, man.
You know?
For hundreds of miles, bro. Like, hundreds of miles.
Yeah, because the first time, I think we got hooked up with Rain. And then the first time I ever talked to Bags was through Rain. And then I already bought Gala node. And then I talked to Bags, and Bags is deep in XRP, and he has a Gala node. I'm like, oh shit, dude. You know, I'm seeing something. You know, you need some confirmations, man, and it's like-minded people. Let's go. Let's fucking go.
You know.
Michael Jordan, great Sunday, everyone. Know what you hodl. Let's go. Shout out Michael Jordan.
Speaking of the lottery, though, man, I don't even play the stuff no more. I mean, I don't even gamble, dude. I've been to Vegas with you guys twice. You know, never gambled. I've been to Reno, didn't gamble. I don't even really gamble much, man. It's like, but if I won the lottery, I would be that guy. I'd put 50 million on XRP. I'd put half the damn lottery on it. You know what I'm saying?
Same here. I live in the same house, same everything, right? And I go so hard on it.
Yeah, I'd be that guy.
Yeah, the price action by me alone would push it up $1.
Yeah, we're right about this, guys. We're absolutely right about this shit, and that's why we're all serious about it. We don't get paid for this shit. You know what I mean? Bagman, he puts a lot of effort in. He put work in to build up his YouTube and doing that. And but when it comes down to it, bro, we're winners, bro. We do this shit because we know it's coming, not because we're getting paid. Ain't no shills here. What's up with John McAfee? What we got here?
Want to hear his opinion on BTC?
Let's go.
This is funny.
R.I.P. McAfee.
Nobody will use Bitcoin anymore. It's old, clunky, slow, expensive, with zero privacy. Nobody uses it. It's a piece of shit that the world has not understood yet.
So, John, just to play devil's advocate, because I want to hear your thoughts on this. I mean, there's a lot of ways that they're trying to add more privacy features to Bitcoin, right?
Are you shitting me? Are you shitting me? Yes, like there's a lot you can add to a Model T Ford to make it a fucking space rocket. Good God, wake up, my friend. No, it's stupid. Fucking please, God. You look like a man with a brain. You know better than this. You fucking know better.
John, I agree with you on the need for privacy. I mean, it's just not a reality.
Not just privacy. Not just privacy. Show me how the fuck you put a smart contract on the Bitcoin blockchain. Impossible. Well, what use is the goddamn blockchain without a smart contract? Everybody has a smart contract except Bitcoin. What about a distributed application? You can't put dApps. You can't put dApps on a. Please, God, please wake the fuck up. If you actually believe Bitcoin is worth more than 5 cents, then please explain that to me.
So John, where's the money going to flow, though? I mean, why are people
XRP.
buying Bitcoin today if it's not?
Because they're stupid. They don't understand the blockchain. That's why they don't understand cryptocurrency.
Damn.
Boom.
That's
a boom.
It ain't even about Maxiism. It ain't even about that, bro. It's about who's right and who's wrong.
Okay, I'm gonna say this.
Drain the swamp.
But you know, I'm not a Bitcoiner, bro, but I think Bitcoin could survive it's the only coin that could be store of value. But he's right as far as technical aspects of Bitcoin. There's nothing there. But
just like he brought up Ford Model T, bro. Just like he brought up that Ford Model T. That's going to be in the history books forever. Bitcoin will always be something, but it won't be everything. That's what I'm thinking.
Okay, I'm a little confused about Bitcoin. I'm gonna need y'all help. What's the difference between Taproot,
Check your Twitter. I sent it to your number and Twitter, G.
SegWit, and all the different forms of Bitcoin? You guys ever see that before? You got a Bitcoin wallet, and it's got like Taproot, SegWit, native SegWit, and there's like it's like three different blockchains. What's that?
Just to make it function.
So this is why I'm asking this question, because I got some crap on Voyager. I got to get off. I don't know what it's like.
What? Go, Fuma. What are you saying, bro? What are you saying?
I'm saying the thing's kind of clunky, man. And it's got backdoors. It's got to have backdoors or something. And here's the reason why I say that. I'll put the hat on for y'all. Shit, this is gonna get deep. Hold on.
It's getting bright in here.
Put it on, bro.
So for all you guys in the DoD space, there's one antivirus that the DoD endorses, and you can tell they endorse it by two things. It's in the SCAP tool. So if you Google SCAP tool, when they run the SCAP scans, they run against not networks, but you can't do network equipment, but servers and stuff. And there's only one antivirus it checks for. If not, it just pings it out and says you don't have AV, and that's McAfee antivirus. So that tells me off the bat, if they approved it, they must know the source code and be able to get in and out of it no matter what. So when McAfee talks, he again has the only official, or it was when I used to do that space, it was only the only official antivirus that they would scan for, and then the rest you had to approve. So when McAfee talks about this, just because the software he uses has been used by the DoD for years, and it's built into some software they use to scan computers to say if it's good or bad, you gotta listen. Sorry about the rant.
Fuma knows, bro. I'll back you up, Fuma. You know, bro. He knows. What was that? Martin Davis? He was saying he was on an island alone with crypto until about 3 months ago.
Yeah.
Welcome to the family. Well, welcome to the family. Just
Straight
picture
up,
me as Marlon Brando. Welcome to the family.
Esper says talking about XRP gets me conspiracy theorist looks from people. Had to stop.
Yeah, it's hard, bro. It's hard. It's hard, dude. It's been for years.
It's actually
you could yell at somebody and they'll never get it.
It's the consciousness divide, man. Like you're just higher conscious than people that don't get it. They gotta work their way up consciously.
Shout out to Soldier of Judah with the $2 super chat. Says I'll hold XRP till it reaches 298 million.
That'd be crazy.
Look, go back to him, Soldier of Judah. Look at the guns in that avatar, bro. He's got the extended clips, probably automatic pistols. Oh man, that's beautiful. That's like Boondock guns, bro.
You know, it's millionaires, then billionaires. There's going to be a bunch of trillionaires, and maybe even past that, man.
Yeah, what is past a trillion? I'm limited on those numbers.
Quadrillion? A quadrillion?
That's going to be all those guys from like Dubai.
That's a lot of zeros. A lot of zeros.
Who changed their stuff over right now? They're like changing over their laws in order to buy crypto.
This is recent, right? This one's recent, right, Bagman of Garlic House?
Yeah, not that old. But he says that the end is near.
Well, the case against Ripple by the United States SEC started 2.5 years ago, so it's certainly been a bit frustrating and slow, but the good news is we're at the end of that journey. And while others in the crypto industry might be at the beginning of that journey, the silver lining for Ripple has been that we're kind of at the end. Sometime, I would say, between the next 2 and let's say 6 months, I expect a resolution. The judge in the United States has been fully briefed. She has the decision on her plate. A federal judge can operate on whatever timeline in this case she would like. But I'm optimistic we're going to see resolution, I believe, before the end of Q3. Well, the case again.
Wow. Before the end of Q3.
Single digit month.
Single digit September, baby. Do you remember when the case ended in September? Oh, man. Shout out to Bagman. He's got this bitchin' ass merch. Buy it on his YouTube.
Bagman.store.
Shirt. Bam.
You're going ghost.
You can get some bucket hats, XRP hats, all that.
All of it.
Yeah, I like the bucket hat, man.
I think the future is
Digital
bright.
orgy.
I think the future is pretty fucking bright here, and we got the man to tell us about it. I think he's ringing the doorbell.
So
Come on in.
Yo, give me a sec, fam. I'll be right back.
yeah, how he got the
We got echoes in the background. You're gonna have to deal with it, G. What's up, pimp?
you got double the Fuma. Beautiful.
He's doing dishes
quick
or something on his phone.
Quick question: how do you guys feel about these new exchanges coming up from the regular? I want to call them regular financial folk, like the E-Trades and all those type of people. It looks like they're getting their exchanges set up right now. You guys see some of that news that was coming out?
Tell says he's still stacking.
There's always that.
So you're talking about exchanges, Fuma? GDLT in the flesh.
Yo.
Sub G.
You should hear echo, G. So you just got to deal with it. We all got it.
OMC
All
dropped
good.
it
I
down.
hear a
It's
bunch of
billion,
echoes.
trillion,
Why you look like
quadrillion,
the Fed's coming after you?
quintillion.
Yeah, he's sweating too much, Bags. I think he got the heat on him.
Yo, we got Jeremy with the $10 super chat. Says pair character flying in the air with the red cape and a smile on his face. Appreciate you, Jeremy.
Mr. Oliver. Shout out.
Shout out. So what are you walking from, man? Are you running? What's the deal? You're making me dizzy. You know I'm a troll.
Guys, if you don't
He
know
looks like he running from
GDLT,
Gary.
check him out on
He
YouTube.
look like he got
Hit
Ripple
up
in a bag
GDLT.
behind him and Gary's chasing him. Give me your bag. Give me your bag. Give me your bag. Give me your bag.
What do you think, G? What do you think was going? What do you think's going on, bro? We think we got like July, or we think we got like a September? What do you think?
I'm going to say October. He said single digit of amount of months, right? So September is a single digit month, and they're always a little bit later than their predictions, right? So I'm going to say we're going to be pissed when it's single digit amount of months is over and be like, what the hell? They said single digit amount of months. And then October, November, or December ends up being it or something, you know?
Happy Halloween.
Yeah, that would be a nice.
Beautiful.
Interesting thing is that, you know, we've talked about this when the SEC and Ripple case began as saying that this is the way for Ripple to jump to first place, right? They're dealing with the regulators. They dealt with the regulators sooner than Binance, which is just starting their journey now. Coinbase starting their journey now, right? Solana, Cardano, all of them having to prove their legitimacies, you know, now versus Ripple already having dealt with it for 2.5 years. So if we get Ripple regulatory clarity, but we don't have regulatory clarity for things like Binance and others, this could be a really significant way to push XRP as, you know, catching up with the market because it missed out on all the bullish momentum in the past 2 years, obviously, and then some, right? So this is I think this was all planned from the beginning to find a way of how to reset this unregulated market to becoming the regulated market. And so there's going to be players that are shifting around who's going to be the number one spot. We know it's going to be XRP. It already has surpassed Bitcoin as number one before, and probably would have surpassed it in that last bull cycle if it wasn't sued by the SEC and delisted from Coinbase right before the bull cycle happened, right? So it's all playing out the way that it should. I'm going to be a little bearish and say it's not going to be single digit amount of months. I'm going to say near the end of this year or 2024 for sure, because election years always bring crazy crypto activity.
They did the same thing too in the last bull run where they took, I think, the Korean markets down when XRP was about to pass them up.
Exactly. Yeah.
But the crazy thing is, because who's it? Legendary, and someone else kept saying, Jim D, I think, kept saying, what if they win and it doesn't move like the price? Like, to me, that's not even fathomable. Like, because if you think about when XRP has moved, it's never moved on good news. You drop this, it's out of here. Crazy prices.
And why do you think they're delaying the good news of the win? Because they know the price is going to move the moment that this type of news does come out. They wouldn't be delaying it for so long if they didn't think, oh, we could resolve it and still manipulate the price of XRP. You know?
Yeah, thank y'all for reminding me to switch out some Cardano to XRP today.
Yeah, the amount of FUD that's been happening over the course of the last 7-8 years, but like the FUD is so supernatural. If you've been following deeply, it is so bonkers and so bananas, and the price hasn't moved, which totally alludes to the whole bot suppression. You know what I mean? So I agree. What was that? Go ahead, G.
The funny thing is too, with all the FUD that Ripple and XRP has been getting, the XRP community, just like the shit ton of FUD that we've been getting, we've also been getting shit ton of development from Ripple, growth, continuing to build. You know, just like it's funny how it's
and still in the top 5.
The speculative FUD is not equaling the reality of the situation, and the reality is Ripple's a real company. They're highly valued. They're partnered with all these central banks, IMF, you name it, and they've been growing. Dude, they just acquired a company while still dealing with the SEC for $250 million. They had $250 million. They're like, yeah, you know what? We're going to win this SEC thing, so let's just keep building instead of using it towards the SEC battle.
Well,
they're not
You're
worried
talking
at all.
about Medico, right? Medico. That's like eliminating.
Medico.
They absorb Medico in order for PolySign and standard custody to thrive.
They just got that Singapore license too.
Yeah, they just keep building.
Still in the top 5, the most hated, the most FUDed, but we're still up there in the top 5.
Most developed. Yeah.
Once ETHgate pops off, and then you got this new ordinals thing. The FUD for Bitcoin has started a while ago, but now it's like really kind of ramping up. People are starting to doubt Bitcoin and seeing this, but like there's this ordinals thing they're talking about, bro, that's going to crush like the I think it's just going to be one big fell Congress swoop on not all of crypto, but the public will think it's all of crypto because it's targeted towards ETH and Bitcoin when the gavel drops. You know what I mean?
For me,
so I don't know.
For me, this is
hey, real quick, shout out to Legendary. His dog just passed away. He says, "Hey fam, I'm here but sad." Hold on, let me bring it back up. He says, "Could use some prayers and good vibes. My dog just died."
Man, that sucks, bro.
Roger that.
Damn.
Prayers will be sent.
Yeah, sorry to hear that.
For sure.
Yeah, man. Much love, Legendary. What's it called? You also what were you? We were talking about McAfee, and I thought he brought up something interesting with what good is Bitcoin if you can't do freaking smart contracts with it? What good is a blockchain if you can't do smart contracts with it, right? And XRP, so far as we know, can't do that. But maybe there's a reason they've been delaying this whole AMM and smart contract stuff with XRPL, because isn't it convenient that it's all going in parallel with like how the developments of the Ripple SEC case is going, how the developments of ISO 20022 migration is going. Like they're all still in early days and we're just hearing about hooks. I think they're trying to harmonize smart contracts for the XRPL for the right time, because that's when it'll really take off as a blockchain, right? Is when you have developers that it makes it easier for developers when you're dealing with smart contracts.
Yeah, they went silent on Codius too.
That's where you get in. That's when you get into Codius, man. Like they started with Codius, right? So
exactly, Codius, hooks. Evernote is another thing that's like trying to do layer 2 smart contracts on the XRPL. So yeah, it's interesting.
For those newbies out there, smart contracts, it's like rules around each transaction. So it's essentially like more security layers. So smart contracts are it's like a when you do your this is just for the newbies, but you do like a what do you call that? The digital sign when you do paperwork for maybe a real estate transaction. It's like having that extra layer of security and rules and instructions on each transaction. So that's what that is, guys, if you're new.
In the big picture,
Sorry, go ahead.
Smart contracts are going to completely wipe out all middlemen. I don't care what you're doing, real estate, music agents, and there's no more agents. I mean, it's going to absolutely, all middlemen, they're done. You better buy some Zerps.
Well, was it, Bagman, didn't you just post BIS, bro? BIS, the head of BIS was saying that tokenization is going to further nurture the new financial system or something like that. Literally saying exactly what you just said.
I was talking to some lady that she was a title company, right? And then I was just telling my mom, man, they could do all that on the blockchain. She's like, well, it's not legal. And she got all mad. I was like, hey, you just might want to start.
Bro, they get
it out. I'm not saying you're going to be out of a job, but you're going to be out of a job. We don't need a real estate agent and a title company will all be smart contracts. You bumped your head if you think title companies, you're going to sit in the office and keep doing it.
Yeah, no more 45-day escrow. It's 3-second escrow.
Bro, you're done.
you ain't waiting a month to get your keys, bro. The keys are already there, bro. You're done. You're in. Let's go.
Like Buster.
And even real estate agents, anyway, I mean, does a real estate agent tell you want to buy a house? You know what I'm saying? When I walk in a house, yeah, I'm with the real estate agent, but I either want the house or I don't. I don't need anybody with me to determine if I need the house or not. So, yeah, there's a lot of stuff about to change, man.
So the way you even said that, it's literally you're going to walk up to a house. If you want it, you scan a QR code. You're going to send your money to the escrow. The buyer, they can accept or reject. They accept. The smart contracts will process all the information and paperwork. You'll get a ding in a couple seconds or whatever it takes for that person to hit reply. And then on top of that, you'll probably be given the passcode to the house, and you're off on your merry way.
This is what you were talking about, G. Deaton. Check it out, bro.
Ooh, that's deep, Buster.
But what if Alpha...
There's some people, well, if September 30th comes and she hasn't decided, she has to report herself to Congress and say, I have been waiting to rule on this massively important decision for 9 months and I still haven't done it. You know, no, it's like a think about that list as like a public shaming list, right? You know, and you know,
September to remember, worst case scenario, XRP, load up while you still have some time.
I mean,
they're gonna wait for the buzzer, bro. At the buzzer, September 30th, bro.
I mean, if you want to go speculative, I mean, just go with the Riddlers then, right? The Ouroboros, it ends where it begins. So 12/20, December 20th, maybe.
Damn.
Ouroboros, yeah.
I mean, it's speculative. We're just speculating on a date when we get regulatory clarity. So let's just say 12/20 then.
That'd be a beautiful Christmas, bro. We've been waiting on this for years.
Hey, we had our Christmases ruined by the Ripple SEC case, so might as well have a tremendous Christmas this time around.
I was going to say, we've had multiple fake-out Christmases, and it sucks.
Yeah.
It's funny, too. We don't move on good news, but we move on bad news because we pumped right after the lawsuit.
That's right. Yeah. That's why, though, it's all like, there's no doubt this is all set up. The day SEC sued them, it's all laid out, right? And that's why it's all built up for that one big ass move, man. And we're not even talking flip the switch. They could drop one contract that they already signed. They could drop Amazon. The shit would be $20 in 48 hours.
And
they're sitting on
and think about this: if XRP wasn't being sued by the SEC and wasn't delisted by Coinbase, would Binance, would Solana, all these other cryptos that had major runs in that last bull cycle, would they be as relevant? Would they be as, as speculated on if XRP wasn't dealing with that? You know what I'm saying? Like Binance went from like $12 pre-bull cycle. Then, of course, post-SEC, post-Coinbase delisting, all of a sudden Binance goes to like, top 5 crypto and it's over $200, $300. I wonder what its fate would have been if XRP wasn't being manipulated, you know?
Yeah, so
For real.
man, this is deep.
That's
I
why
I wonder if they.
I always felt like they play the market caps because by them, it's almost creating attention, man. So, I mean, you look at the Doge pump. That's a gigantic pump. So,
yeah, Dogecoin goes up because of it too. Like all these cryptos go up right after the Ripple SEC XRP delisting, you know?
A lot of people like December.
Oh, what's up, Bags?
I said a lot of people like in December.
There we go. Fuma said something. What was that, Fuma?
You know, as I think about it, man, I wonder if going after the exchanges was also about Ripple as well, meaning some of these exchanges have a lot of Ripple on them. They're not selling it. It's just sitting there. So it's like, we already went after them. Let's go after them. And just for pure mass suppression, because it's obvious there's no clear clarity. Like and I'm gonna tell you how clarity should be. I know this is probably a worse way of explaining it. If you want to sell submachine guns or whatever, you can go to ATF's website, download a form, and fill it out. I've had links to it, right? It's that simple. And then you could get different type of licenses, and they're really not expensive. They're between $150 per license if you want to sell ammo, these certain types of ammo, classic guns, machine guns, suppressors, all these different types of things, even regular handguns, whatever. But it's so easy to do, it's not hard. Anyone can download this form and fill it out and send it back. I really feel if we're dealing with this type of situation, maybe the forms are a little bit harder to fill out, but they should be there for everybody to get. It should be so easy. Well, we're explaining the forms on this show on how to register if you are a security, but it's not there.
Hey, this is a funny comment here. He says, I just want XRP to go up in price so I can have some spare cash again. Every payday is Groundhog's Day. Pay bills, buy essentials, buy XRP. LOL.
Yeah, I feel you, right?
It's a mental discipline. You know what I mean? It's a mental discipline. You get locked into it too. You're like, oh shit, should I get groceries?
But when you look at what you're doing, though, you're really, you know, when you go through phase of lives, when you work on, you know, growth and all that, detachament's like a huge phase. It's the last phase. But people that are investing, you know, seriously in XRP, you're practicing detachment because you're giving up things, right? And people don't realize what they're actually doing, but you're literally practicing detachment. And then you do this for 2-3 years and it's gonna happen. So yeah, keep getting them.
Keep stacking.
I've always moved forward in my life. Like I have to move forward. But I was moving forward. Next car, better house, bigger house, next car, you know, boat. I'm moving up materially, and that's what XRP did. Once I knew I had to learn crypto when I came across crypto, but I left the material world, you know, and now you're moving forward, detaching, and with a vision, yeah, it's gonna be. We're going checker flag, dude. Like this shit's gonna be off the hook. So keep doing it. But you know, people don't understand what they're doing, and that's the conscious side of it. That's why when you tell somebody in fear or anger, they don't give a fuck about investing. They've never invested in their life. You know, they're trying to fill their voids, stuff their voids. So
you know,
let's go.
Why have you guys ran into the thing? I think you guys have. Like, you could talk about Bitcoin, people will be happy, right? You talk about XRP, and then you're crazy. Like you're the charlatan in the room. You guys ever?
I don't know.
They're experts at psychology, bro.
I was arguing with Bitcoiners like 2018, man, and I don't really see them anymore. Maybe just because I'm involved, you know, got the click in XRP and all that. I don't know where they're at. It's almost like the liberals. Where'd they all go? You know what I'm saying? But I was doing, you know what the market cap would have to be? I was hearing that shit in 2018. I was like, bro, I don't give a shit about market cap. You can say
I laugh at the
silently,
market cap stuff.
they're silently changing
taxes
their
and they want to talk
clothes.
about market cap.
Rooter picked up 2 more XRP today.
There we go. Wooter. Wooter Vorster. Let's go, Wooter.
Two Zerps.
No, dude, Gerald Vester, bro. I wanted to talk about that. Fed now. That was a good point. Go back to the Gerald Vester comment. He talks about how Fed now, if XRP is going to run through, Fed now, we would need summary judgment.
See, okay, so
go, bro.
Okay, so I understand that. Okay, yeah, Fed now is going live. The thing is, I don't think it's going a full implementation into ISO 20022 and Fed now. I think there's a coexistence thing. So, people are saying, well, we need the judgment if they're going to go live. And if it's going live like in a week or two, then that means we're going to be getting judgment soon. Yes, that is a possibility. But if we're disappointed and it doesn't happen, just understand there's probably some dynamics under Fed now where, like, in its first year, isn't using DLT or is just trying to get comfortable with using ISO 20022 before it fully, ramps up, right? Like, we just had the Bank of England jumping into ISO 20022, and we know Bank of England's connections with Ripple and XRP and other distributed ledger technologies. Like, are they going up? Are they blowing up in value? Is there regulatory clarity for them? We do have the UK Financial Contact Authority that has said XRP is a currency, but we're not seeing XRP moonshotting all of a sudden, even though ISO 20022 has gone live, right? So I think they're just going to manipulate the system. I'm not too excited for getting summary judgment in July. I certainly hope so. That would be amazing. But just don't be surprised if it doesn't happen with Fed now, because we're oh, Fed now is using DLT, so we have to have summary judgment soon. I don't think it's the way that works.
I would
at the end of the day, it seems
I found that ISO 222 thing on an English website over 2.5 years ago in the middle of COVID, towards the beginning of COVID. And I was up drinking all night. This is the truth. I was having some alcohol. I was getting drunk and Googling. That's my thing to do. So I was Googling. I was looking up ISO standards, whatever. And I Googled ISO standards for crypto, and it came up to an English website. And they had it all pre-laid out. They're like, it's not real, but this is what we would do. And I called a friend of mine, Gerard M. I won't say his last name. I called Gerard in the middle of the night, drunk. Tell him, you got to look at this, and was texting him the links. So I think the Bank of England has known this for a while.
Yeah,
for sure. And
London is ready.
It just, to me, it's a huge plan. It's all laid out, but we always think, oh, America and SEC. What's stopping SBI banks, man? Yoshitaka Katao's, he's a 10% Ripple owner, and the dude has banks ready to go. What stops Japan, right? So it's because it's a big plan, man. It's a lot of things.
It has to be a level playing field and a web of trust all across the world. We're talking about globalization, a global economy. You have to have the whole globe regulated and on board.
So they got to build the buildings first. They build the McDonald's and they put the sign up, McDonald's coming soon.
Yeah.
While you're building the buildings, you're crashing down the old buildings. You're crashing down the old financial system, and we're still in the old financial system. We haven't seen the big crash yet, you guys. We haven't seen that need of that catalyst that is going to be like, oh crap, we need to flip the switch to the new digital financial system. We have no other choice. The net that was holding the old financial system is going to break, and it hasn't broken yet. We think that it's broken. It hasn't yet. We need the drama before the hero comes in.
And it could literally be, Putin and Z doing something with BRICS digitally, and it'll happen in America within 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? That's the play I always saw. It's going to be Putin and China. Oh, they're doing this. They're going to do digital money, and it's on. Regulations will be, you'll never see Congress move so fast in your life. Because they always presented that America's behind, and I think it began in America. Ripple started it. We've never been behind. They just want us to appear behind,
You want to know how crazy it is, Buster? Even what's his name? Not Vitalik. Anatoly, the founder of Solana, saw this article about how there needs to be stablecoin regulation pretty soon. I don't know if you guys seen this article. Like, apparently there needs to be a decision on stablecoin clarity or that type of thing in July. And he was saying if this happens in the U.S. and it passes, the U.S. will instantly, overnight, he used the word overnight, jump to becoming the #1 hub for crypto startups to begin with. See, that's the advantage of the US there, guys. We can seem like we're last, and then just one little thing, one decision can all of a sudden make us the #1 place to want to build and innovate and grow. And we already been growing with Ripple and Stellar here, but now just imagine having that excitement to want to build your crypto startup here in the US versus others,
That's what Tony Bags is saying. He's saying it's all set up for America. He says it's all set up. America did a fake lawsuit to make it seem like we don't want XRP. Let the rest of the world get on board, and then we take XRP for ourselves.
So I want to talk about the elephant in the room that's kind of scary, is whether or not or if and when the crash will happen. What will it look like? What do you guys think? Will it be instant? Will it be a week long, or will it be like a depression for months? Like I think they're going to have an instant solution. They already do. We already see it. That's what we're talking about. But how long will this depression last? Will it only be a week of, oh, holy shit, run on the banks, but they expect that? Or will they try to mitigate a run on the banks and just implement digital money and give everybody a fucking stipend with their digital wallet? Like, how will it look, I guess that's what I want to know, because that's, ultimately that's kind of a scary thing, because we're waiting on Moon, but maybe they fake us out with that $10, $20, $30, $40, $50 XRP, and then we crash. But how long are we going to crash, and how deep are we going to go? You know what I'm saying? I think that's important to think about.
I'll tell you, a housing market crash is imminent.
Well, we're going to go shopping. We're going to go shopping.
Yeah, that housing market is coming. We all know it. We don't even need to talk about it.
I think how it's going to happen, Berserker, since we're getting close to the election year, right? So they're going to try to set up stuff for, the current administration is going to try to set up stuff to seem like, they're going to, I think there's been speculation that Biden or the administration is going to crash it completely, make it linger for a bit as we're going through election year. And then as we get closer to the elections and near the end of it, it's all getting saved. Biden and the administration finds a solution, and then that's going to be the turning point for, we want to reelect him because he helped us get out of a, chaotic scenario here. And we've heard Brad Garlinghouse saying that he thinks the new administration is actually great for crypto, even though it hasn't been, right? So we're 1 to 2 years left of this administration for it to be great for crypto. So, that I think there's going to be some cyber global catalyst, like a cyber virus that causes us to maybe not live with internet for like a day or two or something like that. It's going to drive people crazy because they're not going to know where to get their info or news from. And then next thing you know, when we go back online, maybe they tell us what the whole news situation is or whatever, like the cyber COVID, basically.
But
Roger.
That already happened, and I'll tell you when it happened.
Oh, there we go. Here we go.
That happened with there's a company called Orion, and the software is called SolarWinds. Anyone in the technology space knows we use SolarWinds software to monitor routers, servers, network switches, firewalls, all that type of stuff. And they even have add-ons that do antivirus, backing up configs and things. Their supply chain got poisoned about like 2 or 3 years ago. It was like in the very beginning of COVID. They got a supply chain attack, meaning the bad guys dropped some bad software into their software lifecycle, and they produced the software, gave it to people, and they updated their servers that monitor their stuff. So their supply chain got poisoned. So that means the software they gave out that we use to monitor servers was poisoned. What no one ever talked about was, they made a patch that fixed the backdoors that was created in it. Because what the software did was it just created backdoors in servers. And this is kind of the first time in U.S. history, Google this, we shut down the SIPR and we shut down the NIPRNet. But nobody wanted to talk about that. But anyway, as we keep going. So with that being said, no one ever talked about, the software we use for SolarWinds was poisoned, did it affect the servers? Do we need to re-image servers? Do we need to not only patch the servers, but re-image servers? And what about if you had the software that patches, that updates the software for firewalls or routers or switches? Do you get rid of the routers and switches? No one ever talked about that. But that was one of the major hacks. You could actually look it up. Look up the SolarWinds supply chain hack and look at what SolarWinds, the software, does. It'll freak you out. I'll tell you this, most companies do not replace all their software and hardware. It's too expensive.
And Swift as well has been being hacked for billions of dollars a year. So the banks want to be switching over. They're just trying to set up the whole situation. I think there's going to be another catalyst, could be a major cyber attack on Swift that just causes them to do the major switch over completely and abandon Swift.
Hey, real quick, guys, we're coming up on the top of the hour. Just wanted to do a couple of announcements real quick. We got a coffee time coming up at the top of the hour with Uncle Buster and Berserker, open platform. If you guys want to jump in and talk crypto, that's coming up in about 5 minutes right after this show. Also, don't forget to subscribe to GDLT over on YouTube. He's up here on the panel. Make sure to hit that subscribe on GDLT's channel. Also, we got the East Coast meetup coming up August. Florida Daytona meetup, links down below for all the information if you guys want to check that out. Also, before we get on out of here, let's go ahead and roll out a quick giveaway. We'll go ahead and do 1 through 100. Once I roll this out, you guys can start dropping the numbers, and that's all I got for this one.
Run it, Bagman, run it. Good luck, everyone.
Thanks for having me on, guys. I'll talk to you guys soon.
Yeah, I'll see you again.
Love
man.
you, G.
Right,
have a good day, brother.
See you, G.
They'll be on coffee time next if you're still on.
He's like, late.
Can I give a Voyager announcement, man? Because it's just messing with me. Do you mind if I do a Voyager
Run them numbers, guys. 1 through 100. Let's do the giveaway. Let's go. Go ahead, Fuma. What do you got?
Yeah, if you got money on Voyager,
we got a winner.
Freed up the exchange for you to get it off. That's it. Get your money off today. Get your coins off. Get all that crypto off.
Congratulations to X Factor. You just won yourself 50 XRP. Go ahead and hit me in the DMs and Twitter, or you can send a
tag on it.
Also, there's a link in the, I don't know if it's in the description, but in the other videos, there's a link or a number that you can text if you want to stay up to date. I shoot out messages. I actually forgot to send one out today, but shout out to X Factor. You won 50 XRP. And we're at the top of the hour now. So go ahead and hit me up on Twitter. Send me your address and we'll get that sorted out for you. But another one, Extra Bullish Hour. I think this is number 16. Join us every Sunday, 10:05 PST for the Extra Bullish Hour. And then we got coffee time coming up right after. What you guys got?
Appreciate you having us, Bagman. Thanks for having us on. Another glorious Extra Bullish Hour. Shout out to the chat. We love you guys. Thank you.
The chat was flying with the numbers, man. 270 watching. But yeah, we're close. Just be patient, man. Be a patient gangster. Let's go.
Yes, sir. First thing, get your coins off of Voyager. Put them on your decent wallet. If you don't have a decent wallet, look in Bags' links. He got the links for you, number one. Number two, X Factor. If you use a baller, you turn that into a rich duck. Get you a couple of them like me playing.
Pump my bags. Let's go.
And like that, we gone.
Late.
Opportunity of a lifetime, better seize it. Been getting to these bags all bear season. Eating, big bull season. Rise of the phoenix. 1% on me, they gon' call us genius. Busters want your bags in, why they so mad? Your ass fell asleep like a quick nap. I told you wake your ass up, better get that. Generational wealth, yeah, we got that. More than those, generational, generating big bags. Hyper motion lottery, hope you got to that bag. Bag, I be stuffing those bags. That's my generational